So Anja, welcome in the Netherlands. It's very close to Denmark, I believe. Also, like the language that you hear.
Yeah, it's very unusual, I have to say. Like the language is very different, but there is words like what you just said before, er du klar, like jeg er klar, things like that. They're kind of similar. Yeah, but the sun is shining. It was quite warm outside just before, but yeah, it's great. It's definitely great to be here. First time I've ever been in Amsterdam, so yeah, it's great.
You are from Australia. That's why you're on top of our list. Of course, is ESC Daily, an Australian website. We are also following Eurovision, as all Australians are, or almost. Can you explain how big it is in Australia, Eurovision?
Yeah, it's quite huge. I think there's still a long way to go in terms of people's involvement. I think people know about it. I think maybe they're not aware that they're actually included and that they can vote. So that's sort of the message I'm trying to get there is that, like, you know, you may love it and you may watch it and stuff like that, but did you know you can actually like be involved and be part of the experience as well by choosing your favorite country and voting. So it's definitely like something that I grew up watching when I was younger in Australia. Obviously it was played very late at night because it's different time over there, but yeah, it's quite popular. Damium had a lot of success last year. You can see that everyone that comes from Australia who's been on Eurovision, they have quite a lot of success after.
It's quite typical. You're a big star, of course, in Australia. You won the Voice of Australia, but then you go to Denmark, where you're not such a big star.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah. No. It was definitely very interesting. Like the first, because I was in the Melodi Grand Prix in 2016, so it was very interesting coming to Denmark and people not knowing who I was and being sort of having to fall back on that. And be more confident in myself and go, Anja, like you are a singer, this is what you do, like, because, you know, normally I'm used to performing in front of audiences of people who know me. But I saw by the reaction in Denmark that it didn't really matter if they knew me or not, they still really loved my song and my performance, so much so that I came back and participated again and managed to take out first place, and now I'm representing Denmark. So I've had so much support from the Danish people, and I feel so lucky to be part of two amazing, incredible and lucky countries.
How glad are you to actually make it to Eurovision this year? Because one of my colleagues was in Denmark last year. He also spoke to you, and he could feel that you were almost heartbroken, that it didn't work out like you wanted to last year. But now, eventually, 1 year later, you're here.
Yeah, definitely. Like last year was, I think like you can't always expect it. It's just because the energy of the night and everyone around me was like, you've got this, like, you know, you're going to do it and all sorts of stuff. And I was like, I'm unsure, but I hadn't really like, I guess, prepared myself for it, sort of thing. And so to finally have to be representing Denmark, it's like I wake up and I have to pinch myself sometimes and be like, is this real? Like, am I actually representing Denmark? Like, because it's been a dream of mine since I was 11, when I first thought up the idea with a friend, and always thought that it was too far, it was too big of a dream, and people always told me that. They always go, oh, you dream too big, Anja, you dream too big. And I'm like, I just had to stay true to myself and just know that anything's possible. And I have the most amazing family, and they've supported me through this whole thing. My parents, my dad, he calls me every now and then, routinely, and this other day he called me and I had to get a notebook out and write down everything he said, because it was just like a motivational book. He's like, you can do this if you believe in it, and just be prepared, and, you know, like, it's not about the competition, just have fun, and like, you were born to do this. Like,
but you're a big dreamer, you just said. It is a competition. How big is your dream? What do you want to achieve?
Of course I would love to win. Like, I think I would, not because I'm competing with other people and because I want to be the best, but more for competing against myself. I think it would be a major achievement for myself if I was to win, and also for Denmark. Like, it would be the ultimate thing that I feel would make Denmark so happy and so proud, and I would feel like so emotional, and yeah, it would just be like the most incredible and biggest thing that I've ever done in my life. So that's why I would like to win.